y'all, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, if you're new here, definitely hit the subscribe button because it's real lit. If you are a returning viewer, returning subscriber, hey girl or hey boy, today's video is going to be a wash and go using Ecoslay's new Jello Shot gel. She created this gel for the most rebellious curls, as you can see on the label. She already has a orange marmalade gel, and if you've been following my channel for a long time, then you know that Ecoslay is one of my favorite brands. Unfortunately, the orange marmalade gel didn't work well for me. I think it's the flax seeds. I don't know, because this probably has flaxseed in it, so let me stop lying. But it didn't work well for me, so I was really excited to try this new one. As you can see, packaging, she always is super thoughtful with it, making sure that we don't encounter any spills, that it's protected, so you know that if your seal is broken, let her know that the postman don't went up in your stuff. This gel is really it's not really thick, but it's still, so it's not runny. Kind of reminds me of the Eco Styler, the black castor and flaxseed one, but it definitely has a lot better hold than that. So let's get started. My hair is freshly co-washed. I, as you know, have been co-washing 3 of the 4 weeks out of the month, and then just clarifying and deep conditioning, you know, once a month. With my hair being low porosity, some people would probably scream at me for doing that, but after trial and error, this is what works best for me, and I'm still trying to perfect it. But I also learned that my hair just loves less stuff, so this is how I'm going to keep it going until I feel like it stops working. I'm going to start with a curling cream to kind of layer as my leave-in conditioner. I didn't show what I'm using because this video was not to showcase that product, but I'll put it in the description box. Once I have the section fully coated and I feel like it's moisturized well, I'm going to go ahead and start going in with the gel. First, I'm going to detangle, of course, but rule of thumb, before you start layering products, it's really important to kind of do a test. So you want to just try to mix a little bit of your leave-in or your curling cream or whatever with the gel, like on your hand. See if it mixes well. It should be clear. It shouldn't curd up or turn white and thick. That's what you want to look for. So, okay, she might have did something with this gel. It is doing something different, baby. That's what I did first with a few of the leave-ins and curling creams that I have in my stash, just to make sure that, you know, I wouldn't be suffering from any flakes. And I chose a product to layer that was super moisturizing, just because, one, gels are generally very drying, and even though Ecoslay produces mass moisture in all of their products, I just need to be careful with my hair already being naturally dry. My process of applying this gel is the same as when I apply any gel. I try to work in small sections. Obviously start with detangled hair, coat it. My technique is really much to just kind of paint it on my hair with my fingers, and then go in and smooth everything, including my ends, and start with the shingling process. Since my hair is naturally very frizzy, I do have to make sure that I'm taking my time and giving every curl some attention. Just as I'm still styling, some of the things that I want to point out is that pretty much with Ecoslay, every product is going to have a short ingredients list, and that's something that I can appreciate because 9 times out of 10 I can understand everything on there. There may be like 1 or 2 things that I don't understand, has that super scientific pronunciation. Your girl is not no chemist, okay? And because our products are all natural and handmade, a lot of the labels do instruct to keep it refrigerated or cooled. I went ahead and fast forward, completed all of my hair, and as you can see, it's already super shiny and very defined. Some of the things that I noticed is my hair definitely clumped differently with this gel than it does with like the Wetline Extreme. And also, just so you know, this edge control is not by Ecoslay, but she does have a edge control that you can purchase. I want to make sure, since I'm sleeping on wet hair, that my edges are laid and my curls are all just kind of falling in place. So I'm going to show you how I sleep with the wet wash and go when it's not plopping with a t-shirt. We're not going cotton today. Everything we're using is silk or satin. I start by shaking my curls just to make sure that every curl is loose and in its place, and then I'm going to cover it with my silk scarf. Just as we do with all of our scarves, I've already created the flat edge to put on the nape of my neck, and I'm just going to wrap it as if I, was putting my hair in a pineapple, except of course there's no scrunchie on my hair because it's wet. Just want my hair to kind of be free and breathe. Once I have this covered, well, kind of tied on, we're going to go in with the bonnet. But for a moment, just take a second and appreciate these curls. Like, Ecoslay, I appreciate you. My oversized bonnet, I got it from the beauty supply store, and I'm just going to use that to cover my curls. Since they're all falling forwards, this will help me to avoid sleeping on the back of them and smushing them. And I can always just kind of remember, we know how to sleep cute, y'all. We know how to sleep cute. So I know not to lay on that side. As you can see, I used a pretty significant amount of this gel. A lot of it. And it was worth it though. So Jello Shot, I'm here for it. Alright guys, so this piece of video right here is super like not set up like I'm holding my phone in my hand to record this. I just wanted to show you what it looked like when I woke up, because it's not dry, and I need to let it down so that it can continue to air dry. So let's take this bonnet off. Ooh, look at that. Ah. Bro, look at that. I am just so amazed. You see my backdrops back there that I always crop out of the video? I'm always like this. Let's sit like that. Yes, like, I'm not gonna take this scarf off because it's laying my edges, but let's just get our part back. Y'all, Ecoslay might have just did something. Like, she always doing something, but like, I've never had a gel. My arm's getting tired. I've never had a gel from a natural hair brand do my hair like this. Like, this is love. This is love. So let's let it air dry and see what the final look looks like. I'm gonna come back with a beat face, ready to just show out for y'all and take all the selfies, but see y'all in a bit. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. My hair ended up taking almost 2 days to fully dry, and I have it in a bun because I went for a run. Edges are re-slaying and they stayed in place. I'm curious to see how it looks super dry. Some of the things I kind of noticed off the bat is that my hair is very crunchy. It is super duper crunchy, and crunchy is not necessarily a bad thing, especially for me being a frizzy haired natural, but I would love to just kind of reduce some of this crunch to make my hair more flexible, especially when I need to put it in, a quick bun for my runs. The crunch also kind of created just a little bit of discomfort when trying to separate my curls since it was kind of frozen together. But once again, not a bad thing, because that's what we need in a gel. Freeze these curls into place. My curls did not clump up the same way with this gel as they do with any other gel. And also, just to let you know, I put some oil on my hands and I'm trying to smooth some of the crunch out. Probably should have sprayed or misted my hair with the water bottle first, but whatever, hair is still popping. But they didn't clump together the same, and those straight ends, just giving them some time to air dry, actually allowed them to shrink up a bit. Ain't no heat damage over here, sis. I just slept on them. My hair is super shiny, definitely super defined. It's a win for me. It's definitely a win for me, with this being a gel that came from a natural hair brand and it wasn't from somewhere that's using harsh alcohols and proteins and all this other stuff. Like, I'm here for it. So Ecoslay, thank you so much for sending me this. I'm gonna need about 4-5 more, so let me send that cash app to you, Adria. Guys, definitely go check her out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave your feedback in the comment section and I will see you in the next one. Bye.